Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. Somebody needed help designing this like figure eight, uh, uh, infinity type deal, and he tried to use the letter eight, and it's hard to make a letter eight perfect. So what I did is just take two ellipses, hold down the control button. Let's make it 7 inches. My ratio is locked, so it's 7 inches both ways. Set your nudge factor on a 7 inches and make a duplicate and nudge it down. Now those are really touchy. So now what we need to do is make a mark to make them even. So I'm going to bring in well, no, I'm not. I'm going to bring in a 2-point line, hold down the control button so it's perpendicular, and I am going to put it right there. Now I'm going to change my nudge factor to like maybe a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to make a plus key on the keyboard and move it up. And then I'm going to take this one and move it down. So now I can, well, actually I need to probably cut this out of the way and cut this out of the way. Go ahead and cut that out of the way because I want a bit of cut right here and right here. Now take this line and delete it. Take that line and delete it, and you have that. Now we need to go and weld this together. But there's still a little bit of a problem because there's going to be 2 nodes there. So I'm going to select both of them, and I'm going to go right here to join 2 nodes, and that makes it all one piece. And then depending if you want narrow ends or blunt ends, go to your artistic media tool, and we're going to pick one that has sharp ends on each side. Now this particular one I don't like because it's got like a bump in the middle, which can be fixed. So let's go with this one right here. Now it's still not kind of perfect in the middle as you can see, but what we need to do now is go and object and break the artistic media apart because my original line is still there. I can actually take that line and right click and make it an outline or make it a line. Now to kind of maybe smooth this out a little bit, let's left click, right click, and you can see the reason it's not smooth is because there's 2 nodes there. We can try to delete them and see what happens, and it kind of throws it off. So let's try deleting one, and it throws it off. So you can really just kind of play with that. If you look, there's no nodes here and there's nodes there, so it doesn't do it perfectly. Or you could leave it. It's not that bad. We could let's try deleting that one. It did not change anything. And then you could change, the rotation of this a little bit. You could actually bring this node down. Maybe delete this node now. No, it changes it too much, but you could take the handles and go like that. So now we're probably too skinny in the middle, just depending on the look you want, because we're thicker on the outside. This is where you can take your nudge factor, set it on like 0.01, take your shape tool and grab that node and hit the up arrow key a couple of times, hit the down arrow key a couple of times and get it more to your liking. Still not perfect, but it'll kind of show you what to do. And then once you're happy with it, you can either make it black, take away the outline. And there's a lot you could do with this shape. I was just kind of playing with it and real quickly made all these shapes from this. And I'll just kind of go over that real quick. So I'm going to left click, right click, and I am going to just take this one and hit the plus key on the keyboard and just move it a little bit and then weld that. Well, you know what I want one of the copies first. So I'm going to hit the plus key and make a couple of copies. Now, if you remember, I set my nudge factor real low. But then to take both these and weld it. And, you get that shape. Trying to zoom in here. Take your vertical segment delete key, and you can delete those inner ones if you want or leave them there. So you've got like two hairlines. I don't want yellow. I'm just taking the Smart Fill tool and filling that in, and then you get that shape. You could take that one and let's make another. and move it over. Then I'm going to Control D to make a couple more. Then you could take this one, Control D, and rotate it 90 degrees. And then there's a lot you could do with that. If we weld it, you get a pretty interesting design. Select it all and go to weld and weld it. And then when you fill it in, you'll have that. You know, you could mimic them this way, so you could Control D and make a duplicate while holding down the control button. Get the two-sided arrow and do that right there. They might not be close enough, but we can try to weld them. And to see it didn't do anything because they're not really overlapping in the middle. So you could minutely, we've still got our nudge factor set on something pretty low. Just move it over just a little bit and then weld those. Make sure you select everything. Go up to weld, fill that in with blue, and you have that shape. Or you can do what I did here, which was kind of a oddball mistake, but I Control D and make a duplicate and rotate it, you know, about that far, and then Control D again, all the way around. Make sure you get them all. You never know what you're going to get. Then you go to weld, and look at that. You've got segregated lines, kind of hard to see until you take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in. And you have a completely different look. Anyway, I hope that helped him design that, and thank you for watching.